What's good, YouTube? It's RPU here, and I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about FLR finance. I'd like to start this video off with a quote about dedication. Success is about dedication. You may not be where you want to be or do what you want to do when you're on the journey, but you've got to be willing to have the vision and foresight that leads you to an incredible end. That was from Usher. Can you see it? I can see it. The incredible end. Banks and financial institutions jumping into FLR finance via Fireblocks. $1 million SFIN. I've seen the all-time high with my own eyes, and I know what is possible. That's why I'm dedicated to this shit, man. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to all my ninjas and samurais who have been on this journey with me. Staking our Songbird assets, accumulating SFIN week after week. And after this last week, I am 30 weeks in the FLR finance. Approximately 7 months I've been staking within FLR farms. How has your experience with FLR finance been going for you? Are you staking? Are you providing liquidity? Are you buying the dip on any Songbird related assets? Let me know in the comments. Guys, we have been patiently waiting, tracking the numbers, and SFIN is now below $4,000. Not financial advice, but considering the all-time high on Live Coin Watch is $1.4 million, these are basement level prices. Will SFIN drop below $3,547? We'll find out. So I have the numbers for the past 3 weeks, weeks 28, 29, and 30. Let's take a trip to the past and back to the future as I give you my analysis.
Look out!
Okay guys, the numbers are in. I have the numbers for the past 3 weeks, man. Weeks 28, 29, and week 30. Let's talk numbers. So, picking up where I left off, right? Going into week 28, I had 6,549 wrapped Songbird staked, approximately 3,420 EXFI staked, and approximately 0.04478234 SFIN staked. Now, if you've been following me, then you know that these numbers are approximate and none of this is financial advice. Now, the amount of Songbird delegation rewards that I earned for week 28 was 24.31 Songbird. And that's pretty standard for me. You know, on average, I usually earn about 25 to 30 Songbird every week. It fluctuates. Sometimes it's a little higher, sometimes it's a little lower. But every week, we're accumulating. So, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the wrapped Songbird pool for week 28 was approximately 0.00004 SFIN. Now, if you've been following me for a while, then you also know that around week 21, I moved my EXFI from the regular EXFI pool to the 6-month EXFI lockup pool to earn boosted SFIN rewards. And they have most certainly been boosted. But for the past 9 weeks, I haven't earned any SFIN rewards from the regular EXFI pool because I moved my EXFI. Make sense? 0. Now, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the SFIN pool for week 28 was approximately 0.00013 SFIN. Moving on to the lockup pool, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the 6-month EXFI lockup pool for week 28 was approximately 0.0027 SFIN. Now, I could have rounded this number up to 0.003, but I wanted to write it like that so I could show you how the numbers fluctuate every week. Yet and still, I'm getting 2 to 3 times the amount of SFIN I would have gotten had I just left my EXFI in the regular EXFI pool. I'm getting fat chunks of SFIN. Fat chunks every week, man. So add up the 3 pools and the total amount of SFIN earned for week 28 was approximately 0.00287 SFIN. Now, to get the total amount of SFIN that we had at the end of week 28, we take the total amount of SFIN that we had at the end of week 27 and we add that to the total amount of SFIN earned during week 28, and that gives us a total amount of approximately 0.04765234 SFIN. Now, at the time of recording the numbers for week 28, the price of SFIN was $4,158, giving my SFIN bag a dollar value of $198.14, up approximately $7 from the previous week. Even though the price of SFIN had decreased from the previous week, the dollar value of my SFIN bag had increased because I'm continuously accumulating SFIN every week. So I took the total amount of SFIN that I had at the end of week 28 and I rolled that over into the SFIN column going into week 29. I also took 24 of my Songbird delegation rewards from the previous week and I wrapped them and rolled them over into the wrapped Songbird pool. So going into week 29, I had 6,573 wrapped Songbird staked, approximately 3,420 EXFI staked, nothing really changed there, and approximately 0.047652234 SFIN staked. The amount of Songbird delegation rewards I earned for week 29 was 25.70 Songbird. Now, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the wrapped Songbird pool for week 29 was approximately 0.00004 SFIN. The amount of SFIN that was earned in the SFIN pool for week 29 was approximately 0.00016 SFIN. Moving on to the lockup pool, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the 6-month EXFI lockup pool for week 29 was approximately 0.0030 SFIN. Add all three of these pools together, and the total amount of SFIN that was earned for week 29 was approximately 0.0032 SFIN. Now, to get the total amount of SFIN that we had at the end of week 29, we take the previous total that we had at the end of week 28 and we add that to the total amount of SFIN earned for week 29, and that gives us a total of approximately 0.050852234 SFIN. Now, at the time of recording the numbers for week 29, the price of SFIN was $4,329, giving my SFIN bag a dollar value of $220.14. Wow, that's a pretty nice jump right there. Up about, $22 from the previous week? That's good, you know? The price of SFIN only moved a little bit, and the dollar value of my SFIN bag took a significant jump, man. That's what's up. So I took the total amount of SFIN that I had at the end of week 29 and I rolled that over into the SFIN column going into week 30. I also took 25 of the Songbird delegation rewards from week 29 and I rolled them over into the wrapped Songbird pool. So going into week 30, I had 6,598 wrapped Songbird staked, approximately 3,420 EXFI staked, and approximately 0.0508523 SFIN state. The amount of Songbird delegation rewards that I earned for week 30 was 28.99 Songbird. Now, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the Wrap Songbird pool for week 30 was approximately 0.00004 SFIN. You would think that with me constantly feeding this Wrap Songbird pool, Wrap Songbird every week, that the amount of SFIN that I would get back every week would increase. You know, the snowball effect. But that doesn't seem to be the case with the Wrap Songbird pool. I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing it out. It is consistent, you know, every week. That's bread and butter. The amount of SFIN that was earned in the SFIN pool for week 30 was approximately 0.00018 SFIN. Moving on to the lockup pool, the amount of SFIN that was earned in the 6-month EXFI lockup pool for week 30 was approximately 0.0033 SFIN. Now, that's very interesting because if you look at the numbers, every week the amount of SFIN that I was getting back was decreasing. However, for the past 2 weeks, the amount of SFIN that I've been getting out of this lockup pool has been increasing. Isn't that interesting? Now, add all 3 of these pools up, and the total amount of SFIN that was earned for week 30 was approximately 0.00352 SFIN. Now, to get the total amount of SFIN that we had at the end of week 30, we take the total amount of SFIN that we had at the end of week 29, and we add that to the total amount of SFIN earned for week 30, and that gives us a total amount of approximately 0.054372234 SFIN. Now, at the time of recording the numbers for week 30, the price of SFIN had dropped below $4,000, man. The price of SFIN was $3,905, the lowest I've seen in a long time, giving my SFIN bag a dollar value of $212.32, down approximately $8 from the previous week. But still though, look, my SFIN bag is now above the $200 range. You know, my SFIN bag, the dollar value has been fluctuating up and down, but it's been going up over time, you know, because I'm continuously accumulating. And so these are the numbers for weeks 28, 29, and week 30. Since I started staking in the 6-month EXFI lockup pool, I've earned almost 4%, and I have a solid 5% SFIN now. How has your experience with FLR Finance been going for you? Let me know in the comments. 30 weeks in, and we still haven't seen the full potential of FLR Finance. We got new product suites being added. FLR Finance is about to go multi-chain. Big banks are coming via Fireblocks. Spark tokens are coming in September. And with the FLR Network's layer cake and the Songbird Stake Connector, we'll be able to port over any asset of value. It's going to be crazy, man. I can't wait to see how I can leverage my XRP. Now, in addition to all that, new added utility is coming to the EXFI and SFIN tokens. Bannock says, with only a few of its use cases live, I strongly believe experimental finance will grow to be a great example of an ecosystem adaptable to future changes and industry innovations. FLR Finance says, in addition to being the primary recipient of the upcoming DFLR airdrop, yeah boy, EXFI has many use cases in the FLR Finance ecosystem, with more on the way. So these are EXFI's current use cases: staking on Flare Farm to earn the primary governance token SFIN, participating in liquidity pools on Flare X. You can use EXFI as a collateral option on Flare loans. I would like to use Flare loans, but prices are so volatile, I just can't risk getting liquidated right now. But once we get some price appreciation and stability in the space, this platform is going to be game changer because the Songbird Network's gas fees are so cheap. So cheap. You can use EXFI as a payment option within Flare drops coming soon. See, that's why we're testing Flare drops right now on the Coston network. Have you claimed C-Flare? Let me know in the comments. And you can stake EXFI in loans to earn a portion of redemption and borrow fees. Now here are EXFI's future use cases. Staking and governance to earn APY cloud yield. Replacing fees on Flare Wrap. Replacing exchange fees on Flare X. The secondary governance under SFIN. Participating in launchpads on Flare Farm. Voting on new token listings for Flare X. Voting on new trading pairs for Flare X. And providing coverage on Flare Mutual. Now, regarding the D-Flare airdrop, sometime after the launch of Flare, there will be a random snapshot of both Spark and EXFI token holders. In order to prevent price dumps, the snapshot will not be announced. If the ratio for EXFI holders is 1-to-1, I'll be happy, but I may have to buy a little bit more EXFI before September. 9 million D-Flare will go to the Spark token holders, and 30 million D-Flare will go to the EXFI holders. When we get this D-Flare, we're going to swap it for Y-Flare, then stake that Y-Flare to earn a yield in YFIN, and then we'll have 2 passive income streams with Flare Finance. Flare Finance says, similarly to EXFI, SFIN has multiple current and future use cases. As the Flare Finance ecosystem grows, so will the importance of SFIN as the primary governance token. So here is SFIN's current use cases. Participating in liquidity pools on Flare X. Staking it on Flare Farm to earn more SFIN. Staking in loans. Staking to earn a portion of redemption and borrow fees. Now here are SFIN's future use cases. Staking in governance to earn APY cloud yield. SFIN will be the primary governance token over EXFI. For every 1 SFIN, there are 10,000 EXFI tokens. But both tokens have a very small total supply. The total supply of SFIN is 11,000, and EXFI only has 110 million total supply. Participating in launchpads on Flare Farm. You can also use SFIN as a collateral option on Flare loans. Providing it as coverage on Flare Mutual. Man, there's going to be so much utility for these tokens. I don't think there's going to be enough to go around. And that's why I believe that the price has to go up. It's not financial advice. So, Flare community says there are 10,000 times more EXFI than there are SFIN. Will, for example, 1 SFIN provide 10,000 times more utility when it comes to the APY cloud compared to 1 EXFI? Flintstone responded and said, no, APY cloud yield is a weighted calculation based on staked circulating supply. I haven't read it for a while, and it will bend your mind at first, but there is an example in the white paper from page 24 to 26. I'm going to have to do some more research on APY cloud, but that's going to be a whole nother video. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Man, look at these SFIN prices, man. Not financial advice, but sub 4,000 is basement level prices. If this thing drops below $3,547, which is my recorded bottom, we may see this thing drop lower. We may see this thing drop to $2,000. I've been waiting patiently to strike, and if it does that, I might just have to pull the trigger on my bank account. I might just have to go broke, man. Because if I get a whole one, I will ride that baby to a milli. I'm telling you, look at the all-time high on Live Coin Watch. $1.4 million. Continue to accumulate that SFIN, boys and girls. Are you buying? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget on your way out to grab one of these decent biometric hardware wallets. These wallets can store over 2,500 different cryptocurrencies with new coins being added every week. You can store all of your favorite Songbird assets, including EXFI and SFIN, secured with your biometric fingerprint. These bad boys go for $160, but if you use my link in the description, I can get you $30 off, man. I got the plug. Hit me up. Alright, let me know what you think about all this. This is RPU, and I'll see you in the next video. You know what it is. Free the Songbird. # retweet me.